Good afternoon, Goodwood. My name is Squadron Leader Gray Muscat, and I am Red 10, the team supervisor from the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrows. Here I am stood on the top of Goodwood House, and it's a magnificent view of all the crowd at Goodwood Motor Circuit today, enjoying a wonderful day and this wonderful weather. I've been in touch with Red 1, and we are on time for a fantastic display, and looking at the weather, hopefully we'll be able to provide to you a full display. My job today is primarily supervision, but I will give you some more information about the team, about the Royal Air Force, and of course I'll let you hear some of the radio transmissions of the display. The role of Red Arrows is to represent the Royal Air Force, which as a service is on duty 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Operating our quick reaction Typhoons, defending the skies alongside our NATO allies, to protect the skies of any intruders or any threats that approach the UK airspace. We are also ambassadors of STEM, that's science, technology, engineering and maths. And we often visit schools and colleges to promote the inclusion of those subjects in their curriculum, to address the national shortfall of those subjects across trade and industry. Red Arrows, of course, fly the red, white and blue all across the world, representing global Britain across trade and industry. And in 2019, you'll have seen that we operated a 3-month tour across the United States and Canada, promoting global Britain across the US for trade and industry. The Red Arrows is, of course, a military unit, and as such, we are commanded by Wing Commander David Montenegro. He is a former team leader and Synchro leader, and has flown the Tornado F3 operationally, as well as being a qualified flying instructor on the Tucano. We have 9 pilots on the squadron this year, and all the pilots have flown operational service on either the Tornado F3, GR4, Harrier or Typhoon. To join the Red Arrows, every pilot must have 1,500 hours, fast jet hours, and be assessed as above average in the air. But of course, the Red Arrows is not just about the pilots. We are a squadron of over 120 personnel with over 100 engineers, logisticians, support personnel, public relations, who are known as the Blues. They are known the Blues because of the flying colour of their coveralls that they wear. Of the Blues, there are a separate section of personnel called Circus. They are 10 individuals who are specially selected to fly in the back of our aircraft in between displays. And one individual you'll see with me at every display and on the top of Goodwood House is Circus 10, SEC Abigail Druitt. But Goodwood, get yourselves ready for a loud and colourful arrival. Get your cameras ready for the 2022 Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrows! Red 1 pulls up at over 400 miles an hour at 4G as he pulls the formation into the vertical for a full show, with the aircraft collapsing into the 7-arrow position, reaching approximately 5,500 feet and slowing to 150 miles per hour. You see that distinctive 7-arrow shape as the formation bends themselves to the right. Red 1 this year is squadron leader Tom Bold. Tom is in the 2nd year of his tenure as Red 1. He has previously been Synchro leader in 2017, is a qualified Typhoon pilot and a qualified flying instructor on the Hawk T-Mark II and Tucano. The smoke goes on as Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 move themselves back to the rear of the formation, forming our first space-themed formation of this year. This is the shuttle. As the formation roll to the left, on the right-hand side, closest in, is Red 2, Flight Lieutenant Stu Roberts. Stu's in his first year on the team, having previously flown Typhoons with 11 and 12 Squadron at RAF Coningsby. His opposite number on the left-hand side is Red 3, Flight Lieutenant Patrick Kershaw, known as Paddy. Paddy has previously flown Tornado GR4 from RAF Marham and has flown Typhoon with 11 and 12 Squadron at RAF Coningsby. Sorry? Reds 4 and 5 smoke as Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 form a line abreast sat behind Red 6. The Red Arrows are based at RAF Scampton in Lincolnshire. Lincolnshire was also the home base for the famous World War II Dambusters Squadron 617. RAF Scampton will close at the end of this year and the team will move to RAF Waddington, just to the south of Lincoln. In a tribute to the station, its history, its personnel and its squadrons, and the fact that now 617 flies the new F-35, this is the Lightning Loop. Once again, the team reaching 5,500 feet and slowing to 150 miles per hour as Red 1 brings the formation back down to earth. As Red 1 brings the formation to the left, you'll see on the far right-hand side is Red 4, Squadron Leader John Bond, known as Bondy. He's a previously Synchro leader from 2021, is a former qualified Tucano instructor and Tucano display pilot, and has flown the Typhoon operationally. Bondy would like to give a shout out today to Richard, Andrea and Anna. Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 now move alongside just behind Red 1, and Red 6 and 7 split, with Red 6 behind Red 2 and Red 7 behind Red 3. This is all while Red 1 is bending the formation around to the right, which makes the move even more difficult for the Phoenix roll. As the formation rolled to the left, you can see the iconic shape of the Hawk aircraft. Hawk has been in service with the Royal Air Force since 1976, and it's been with the Red Arrows since 1979, replacing the Follard Gnat. In March 2022, 100 Squadron closed, as well as the Royal Navy stopped flying the Hawk T-Mark 1, making the Royal Air Force Red Arrows the only sole operator of the Hawk T-Mark 1 in the United Kingdom. Reds 4 and 5 smoke once again as they make their way back to the very rear of the formation. The Royal Air Force is always trying to develop and adapt its capabilities. And on the 2021, on the 1st of April, UK Space Command was formed, as the Royal Air Force acknowledges that space plays an important part in all military operations of air, land, sea and the cyber domains. As a tribute to the importance of space and those early missions of the 1960s, with a shape that represents the lunar landing craft, this is Apollo. The motto of the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team is ECLAT. That means excellence, and therefore we strive for excellence in everything we do. However, we are quite aware that we are generally only on the squadron between 3 and 5 years, and therefore we are only temporary guardians of such the motto. But we always strive to leave it in a better place than where we found it. The formation starts to change as Reds 6 and 7 move alongside Reds 2 and 3, with Reds 4 and 5 in trail. As the formation bend around to the right, get your cameras ready for one of the most exciting, colourful and dynamic formations that this team fly. One of the crowd favourites and representing the combat aircraft no longer in service, but was on operations for nearly 40 years. Get your cameras ready for Tornado.
7, 4 and 5. Rolled up.
Red 4 calls aboard as Red 4 and 5 roll around the smoke of Reds 1 through to 6. Watch for the colour change as Red 1 brings the formation around to the right.
A little bit right now.
As Reds 4 and 5 change their smoke to red and blue. Smoking red is Flight Lieutenant Dave Simmons, Red 5. Simo has a previous Tornado pilot and has flown the Harrier and F5 while on exchange with the United States Marine Corps. 2022 is a special year for the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth, as Her Majesty the Queen, Queen Elizabeth II, celebrates 70 years of reign, making her the longest serving Queen in history. In a tribute to her Platinum Jubilee, and on this prestigious year, put your cameras ready for the colourful Jubilee present. Goodwood, put your hands together for the Red Arrows. The team flying there with their air brakes out, which means that they can fly it with a higher power setting, making the exhaust gas a little bit hotter, which makes the smoke a little bit more vivid for your enjoyment. As we come to the end of the first half of the show, you'll have seen some formation flying involving 7 aircraft. Formation flying is a core skill for all military pilots, but I think you'll agree that the Red Arrows take it to the next level with some graceful formation flying and formation changes. In the second half of the show, you will see the team split into 2 sections. You have Reds 1 through 5 are known as Enid. These are named after Enid Blyton's famous 5 of the children's series books, with Red 6 and 7, the Synchro pair, led by Red 6, the Synchro leader. In the second half, you'll see a much more highly fast-paced, dynamic and enjoyable show to showcase the agility of the Hawk and the skill of the pilots. As the formation come towards, you'll see them smoking with Enid on top and the Synchro pair below. Get your cameras ready for detonator.
Enid, break, go.
Red 6 and 7 breaking away from us, with Red 7 smoking red and Red 6 smoking blue. As they pull up using 4G to approximately 2,500 feet, bringing themselves back round to the display line. They will now dive down to approximately 300 feet with a closing speed of over 700 miles per hour. They will perform a series of barrel rolls before passing in the middle in the double rolls. As the Synchro pair leave the display area, looking to our front right, you'll see the Enid formation pulling up as the smoke comes on. As they pull up, they will form a snake-like smoke trail in the sky in Python. Once again, as Enid leave the displayer, keep looking to your left and right, looking for the Synchro pair. Smoke comes on, they will form a series of barrel rolls before passing and pulling up at 5G to approximately 2,500 feet for the boomerang. Synchro pair now pulling up at 5G to approximately 2,500 feet. 5G means that now everything about them is weighing 5 times heavier than what you and I are on the ground as we stand. They roll inverted to approximately 60 degrees nose down, looking for that 300 feet, and again, within a closing speed of over 700 miles per hour. Coming in from our left-hand side, we have Enid formation again. Reds 2 and 3 smoke red as they barrel roll around Reds 4 and 5. Reds 4 and 5 smoke blue as they roll around Reds 2 and 3. In one of the hardest manoeuvres for our new pilots each year to master, this is the rollbacks. Keep looking to your right-hand side, and you can see the Synchro pair coming back in with Red 7 on trail on Red 6.
Let's get out of this. 6, rolling in. 7, roll, go!
Red 6 rolls inverted as Red 7 rolls the red, right and blue around the smoke of Red 6. Red 7 is Flight Lieutenant James Taylor, known as JT. He's in his 3rd year on the team, having previously flown Typhoon operationally. Goodwood, give the Synchro pair a round of applause. Keep your eye to the left-hand side as the Synchro pair, once again pulling that 5G, trying to get back towards us, with Red 7 in trail on Red 6. Red 6 faces up and the blue smoke will come on as he rolls back to the left. Coming in from our front right-hand side, you'll see Enid formation. They have now formed an inverted V. Red 6 lining the Synchro pair up with the Enid formation. Get your cameras ready for the colourful double goose.
They'll be all right now.
Each aircraft is fitted with a smoke pod. That smoke pod is capable of producing white smoke for 5 minutes, 1 minute of blue smoke and 1 minute of red smoke. Therefore, each display is carefully choreographed to make sure that we have the right smoke at the right time and the right colour throughout the display. Looking directly to our front now, and you will see that the Synchro pair once again are pulling up directly ahead of us. Get your cameras ready as the red smoke come on and the Synchro pair peel apart for the Synchro Heart. Once again, give the Synchro pair a round of applause for a wonderful red heart in the skies of Goodwood. Synchro pair turning in now once again for their final pass of 300 feet and that closing speed of over 700 miles per hour in a manoeuvre which was named by a viewer of the One Show in 2020. This is Crossbow. Looking directly to our front, and you have Enid coming in smoking white. Get your cameras ready as Red One smokes red and rolls around the rest of the formation, forming the infinity symbol for the infinity break. Goodwood, it's an absolute pleasure today. Please put your hands together for the 2022 Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrows! Red One smokes white as he gathers the rest of the formation to return back to our operating airport of Bournemouth today. It's been absolutely fantastic to display for you today over the last few days of Thursday, Friday and today. If you'd like any more information about the Red Arrows, you can look us up online, raf.mod.co.uk/Red Arrows. We are on Facebook, RAF Red Arrows, and on Twitter at RAF Red Arrows. Once again, I'd like to thank you for listening. Thank you for support. And once again, have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks very much. Goodbye.